Today's episode is brought to you by PTZ Optics. Visibility upgrade. New Wave Toys and their Replicate Amusements products. GG Retrobox. Get 3 to 5 games from your favorite series, consoles, and game genres delivered to your doorstep every month with GG Retrobox, the ultimate retro gaming subscription box for video game enthusiasts. Use code GRS15 at checkout to get 15% off your first box. And
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz, and I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom!
All right, let's see if we get all this stuff working here. I think we're going to be okay. Let's see. I think we are good. Let's see if Angel can talk and
me.
I think we're okay. Of course.
What episode are we at now? And we're still asking the same damn question.
107. I think 107.
108. 108.
Is it 108 now?
108. 108 episodes, and we're still asking if this sounds good.
Sounds good. People saying sounds good. All right. So
yay for Glenn.
We have Angel, the legend. Visibility upgrades. Angel, how you doing, bud?
And welcome.
You know, that's why I wanted you on. I mean, you know, I see you online a lot, and we talk that way. But we haven't actually talked. I think actually it's my birthday. I think that was the last time we talked. So that wasn't that long ago, I guess. Oh, Angel's muted. See, I knew it. I knew it. Angel's muted. See if that works now. Say something, Angel. All right.
Angel, no sound. And then, hold on. We'll see. Does Angel
always something. Say something again, Angel.
I could hear him. Glenn could hear him.
Can't hear him. Can't hear him. Nope. Still no sound, they're saying. Why does Angel have no sound?
Angel was good initially. So somebody,
No
you had it right
audio.
the first time, and let's see who started this vicious rumor. We can hear you.
Still got nothing from Angel. All right, hold on, I'm checking. I'm trying to find out what's going on here. There's always something. It should be.
We can hear you, but
Still thinks Angel's muted, but I don't see what the problem is. Everything's okay on this side.
can you hear him, Glenn? I can.
I can. Interesting. All right, let me try this. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. Let me see if this.
I hear old people hobby hands.
Let's see if this
Yeah,
works.
that's true. We're all old. We lost the video. Oh, there he
Let's see
is.
if that works. Say something, Angel.
Hello? Hello, hello? Hello?
Can people hear Angel now?
Angel was good initially, according to Paul.
Oh, so
Muted, muted.
you can hear him
Oh,
now.
we can hear him
All
now.
right. All right. I just copied him back in. Something must have happened in the back end. He did have a little problem initially with the cameras and the microphone, so we could hear him.
All right.
But it looks so good now. So let's start again. Angel! Hey!
Hey,
Good to see you, bud.
good to
Welcome.
see you, man. Thank you for having me. Like I said, it's always a pleasure to do something with you.
Not that Angel ever needs any introduction, but Mr. Angel Otero is very big with a lot of people, helping people in the community. He did start with R-Cade 1-Up. I think a lot of us probably did, doing new light-up marquees.
Now, Kool-Aid of R-Cade 1-Up.
He did. I still have a 2 or 3 more R-Cade 1-Ups to sell, and I'm done. And, one of the big things I put on there is I include the Angel Otero light-up marquee, which helps them sell. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, it was something I started out with the light strips, and then I went to, I asked the community because there was somebody already doing light-up marquees, and I started asking around if people were okay with it. And they were okay with it. Once I started that, I just changed the way I made it because it was the first batch that I had was way too heavy to ship. So I just started doing a different way, and from there, it's been like 3 or 4 years in the making.
And you've
before
spread
the
out.
show, Angel and
good.
I were getting to know each other because I've never met Angel, never. And then basically he's been doing this for, like you said, a few years. So how's that journey been as far as the community and everything else? How's that?
I mean, the community has its ups and downs. What community doesn't? I started off in the garage. I think I was in there for a good 2 or 3 years, and I've been here for about a year in the
This
shop.
is a building behind you that we see there?
Yeah, I'm in a little shop, a little a rental that I have, which isn't bad, and I'm looking to expand out of here too because it's just getting tighter. I guess the more and more stuff I add, the tighter it's getting. So I want to expand to another bigger shop, just to have the breathing room and the space to do one thing on one side and then do something on the other. Because every once in a while I bump into dust or dirt and from everything I cut on the CNC to everything I do on the acrylic. So it's like the more space would be better for me. Plus, there's a lot of cabinets I want to get out of storage so that I can put them together and do more, work with those and see what else I can build. I still got to branch out and do more iiRcade stuff, more partycade stuff, more, just more things that is just not one thing at all. I like to do a lot of different things.
Real quick.
Hold on. Somebody in the chat asked you where you're from.
Yep, JJ, right there.
I was going to ask that to him, and then it showed up. I was like, good. We'll ask him where he's based.
I still have an original New York number, but right now I'm in Florida. I'm between Daytona and St. Augustine.
So did you start off in New York and then move down to Florida? Or?
No, I actually started. I moved here about, I would like to say 18, if not less than that, years ago. My son knows more. He got better memory than I do. But I came over here just to go to school for motorcycles. I wound up going to Wyotech, graduated out of, as a motorcycle technician. I got my certification in that. Then I went into a business class and got my certification on that. So, as I was going through the process of school and deciding what I wanted to do with life, I realized there's just too many motorcycle shops here. But I still wanted to work with tools. So I kind of I relaxed after a year of graduating, and then just started doing my own thing in the garage.
As a matter
I
of
just had
fact,
to.
as a matter of fact, you look above my head right here. Angel made me this GRS light up marquee, and over here is my On the Air logo. So he's done things beyond that. He started off with the marquees, but he spent a lot. I know he did a lot for the Retro Buzz, and when we were out in Cleveland, you did a lot of things out there as well. So you really stepped up. You got 3D printers now. You do the cutting of the acrylics, and you were saying before the show you're looking at getting even more technology, trying to get into more different parts of this, right?
Yeah, I want to get my own UV printer, and I want to start printing on my own plexi, stuff like that. I just got to find the right person that's gonna guide me the right way. I've had some guys help me out with deciding on getting a regular printer so I could print my own marquees, but I think I want to go UV so I can start printing on acrylic and do reverse printing. A lot of these cabinets, even the older models, have the film on it that is peeling off. Like he was telling me, he has a marquee that's peeling off. I want to do something that is not going to peel, that's going to give you good quality. It's going to be done on acrylic the right way, have the diffusion on the light properly, stuff like that. I just like to up my game when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, because we were talking before the show, and I was describing to Angel, I have a Miss Pac-Man, the marquee, the back of it's starting to peel off, like it's almost like paint that it's peeling off over, the course of 40 years almost now, 35, 40 years.
Can you believe it?
I was just,
Can you believe it?
it's nuts, man. and I'm like talking to Angel going, is this something you're looking at doing? And he's like, yeah, UV printer. So stay tuned, I guess. It's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, I always like to branch out, and like I was telling you earlier, the bad thing about my business is I enjoy doing what I do. So it's kind of hard to price my value, but when I'm in here and I'm doing something that I know I'm enjoy doing it's always good to do.
Cool. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Thank you.
So, it's really weird, Glenn, is yet your sign back there. I just finished watching Voyager. It looks like a Borg regenerator thing. But it's not green, but because of the refresh rate of the camera, I'm guessing with the LEDs that it looks like it's, but hey, what do I know? Maybe Angel will start making Borg regenerators. Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe.
So, hey, Angel, are you still working out of your garage down there?
No, I'm in the shop now.
You got a shop now.
But I do have all the 3D printers out of my garage. So I am doing 3D printing work from my garage.
And what is your 3D printer choice?
I'll be honest with you. I started with the Anycubic, and I got about 6 or 7 of them now, if not 10. I think I got 10. I have 2 of them I haven't opened. I've tried to get a Bamboo Lab, and they're very expensive, but I don't want to shell out all that money for something that people are having issues with. So I'd rather just hold off. The Anycubic just made a Cobra 3 that does multicolor, and I'm just waiting for all the bugs out of that.
Yeah, the Bamboo, come out, and then the Bamboo's been doing really well. They did have a bad recall, like fires. Yeah. 3D printers are not infamous, but the early ones did catch fire, and they had a really bad problem with that one. But I think overall, the Bamboos are pretty good for people who do have it. I think they fixed the problem, and they actually were very good. When they thought there may be a problem, they actually asked people to send it back. They were doing a recall, so that was very good on them. I guess the one bad side is they are a little bit on the expensive side, but they're fast. That's the big thing.
They are. I mean,
fast.
But here's the thing about 3D printing, though, and I'm sure a lot of people probably disagree. Going faster is not always better. I mean, going slow and getting better quality.
I tell the girls that all the time. All the time.
It's always better.
This is a family show, Glenn. It's a family show.
It's always good to have a slow printer and have it take its time, and the quality comes out better. If you're rushing, I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I have them at home. Because Glenn, if something bad goes wrong, you wake up with a spaghetti mess of filament all over the place.
Oh, God. I had one that was so bad, it actually fused around the heating coil. It went all the way up and down. It took me like half a day to clean it, but it's working again.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't get your bed temperature right where it adheres, that's the big thing. As long as you get it to adhere to the bed, you're usually okay. But nothing sucks being like 15, 20 hours into a print and it pops off, and you come down next morning and it's just one big. It's horrible.
Yeah,
horrible.
It's happened to me a lot, and I like having it at home. God forbid I have to, and I got them all on cameras. So once something goes wrong, it alerts me right away and stuff like that. And for those out there 3D printing, glue is your best friend.
Yeah.
A glue stick, a good glue stick or a hairspray is your best friend. A lot of these people do not, and I tend to want to jump in these groups and tell them this, but a lot of people, they either argue or disagree. That's why I stopped even
Someone
talking.
internet arguing? Get out of town.
Yeah,
That never
that's
happened.
why I stopped being in a lot of the groups, because either it's contradictory or it's an issue. But you know, you live and learn.
Hey,
You live and
Glenn,
learn.
we forgot to do something.
No, we didn't. I was waiting for you to notice. You ready?
We forgot to welcome everybody.
We gotta welcome everyone. It's a thing we do.
I don't know if I should just give it one big broad stroke thing or go down the list. What do you think?
It's
One,
up to you.
hey,
I'll leave it
welcome
up to you.
everybody, and we love you, and then
We do.
you know. But I think Angel and all of us have a ball rolling here, so I don't want to kill that momentum. But welcome everybody to tonight's show, episode 108. So welcome, and yeah.
Yep,
And
just one
our
hey.
regulars and everybody else, and damn the person that started the no audio rumor. So
After 108 episodes, we still have problems with audio. Still to this very damn day.
Well, that's the thing, right? So it's but I'm excited to talk about something that's been bugging Glenn and I all week, and then on the pre-show, Angel shows up and throws a monkey wrench in our feelings.
I thought Angel and I were brothers, and then he said something. And holy shit! No, either that or an alien got him.
and I sat there, and Glenn says, "Like, shut up. We're gonna save it for the show itself." So
no.
So I called Glenn during the week, and sometimes Glenn and I chat during the week, but we were like trying to figure out about the Acolyte, Star Wars Acolyte. And so let's start with our guest. What do you think about the Acolyte, Angel? Star Wars
I like
Acolyte.
it. I like it. It did it did drag in the beginning. The third episode had a little more action in it that kind of, you know, had my attention on that one. It did drag in the beginning. First episode was kind of weird because and there's a couple of people I follow that said the same thing. A Jedi getting killed by a knife. Spoilers alert, you know. But I mean, from my knowledge, this is a prequel, right? This is like a prequel
before
show.
Everything. It's when the evil or the Sith started, basically.
Right. So
the proposed premise.
Right. So I assume, you know, and like I said, also, I'm not a diehard Star Wars fanatic.
Everybody's asking us.
Fan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Angel. It's funny.
I know, a lot of people gonna be throwing rocks in front of my wheelchair today. I know.
You'll be banging on your shop door. Let us in.
I know, but you gotta take it with a grain of salt. I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad. I mean, if you're not a diehard fanatic fan of Star Wars, you gotta look at it with open eyes. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that beat it up.
This is the thing. So Glenn is gonna get his blood pressure under control here in a second, but that's the thing. So Angel is more of a casual Star Wars fan in a sense, while Glenn and I tend to go more of the, you know.
I'm going to be honest. I enjoy Star Wars. I enjoy the original three. Okay, I do. I like the Clone Wars animated series and that. But I'm not a diehard Star Wars fan. I never owned any toys, but I like the original Star Wars, right? And when Angel told me this, I was like, "Is this the same Angel I know? Did Kathleen Kennedy abduct him and do a lobotomy on him?"
He
Like,
sent
what
him
happened?
Glenn, if you recall back then, you didn't want to watch Mandalorian because you didn't like the name of young Yoda, right? That's what you went by calling him?
Well, because
until they
I was watching it, but I'm like, I'm not going to call him the child. or whatever they call it. He was Baby Yoda.
Yeah, they called him the child in the
he
beginning.
was
That's all
freaking
they
Baby
had.
Yoda.
It was called the child, and then it became Baby Yoda, and then they finally gave him a name. So
No,
I gave
no,
him a
It
name,
was
exactly.
Yoda. We were calling him Baby Yoda, and then Kathleen Kennedy's crew says, no, it's called the child. I'm like, I'm not calling him the child. It's Baby Damn Yoda, and that's the name. And then it was Grogu. And I'm like, all right,
Right.
stupid enough name, but we'll do that.
So let's rewind. So Glenn hasn't watched it. Is that right? Like you haven't. You've refused. It's like somebody spoon feeding you stuff you
will
don't like.
not watch the Acolyte. You will have to cut off my eyelids, tie me down to a chair.
That could be arranged, but sure.
I'm sure Kathleen Kennedy would do that. But like all the people I watch are fellow YouTubers like Doomcock, Midnight's Edge, even Star Wars Theory, a guy who's got Star Wars in his veins. I mean, the guy is like crazy.
He's
Star Wars goes
Star Wars tattoos.
He goes,
all over his body.
The Acolyte is such trash. It's like I can't believe it got on the air. And hearing my brother from another mother down in Florida say he's okay with it, it hurts, Angel. You stabbed me.
You gotta have open eyes. You gotta have open
right here.
eyes.
You cut me deep.
You cut me deep, buddy.
You gotta have something to watch when it's summertime, you know, and you got nothing else to watch while you're working. I mean, you gotta look at it with open eyes. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that
cut off my eyelids. I guess I gotta watch with open eyes, Angel, but I will not watch it.
There's a lot of diehard fans that have read the books, that know the history. There are people out there that know the language. That's how crazy.
Okay, that's
these fanatics are.
I think it's safe to say that I'm a bit more of a Star Wars fan than both of you. Is that probably a fair assessment? I mean, I've got the collection, the toys, and everything else, but let me share with the audience and you guys my vibe on this show. So let's face it, I'm 53 years old. I'll take whatever Star Wars I can get at this age. That's the way I feel about it. But so I went in, first episode, watched it, and I was like, oh, that's not so bad. You know, watched the second one. Okay, let's see what happens next. The third one was like, do you guys ever watch the movie The Crying Game?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it felt like, where it was like you thought it was a girl, and then it turns out it wasn't. Where you were like, what just happened, kind of thing, right? And it's like, oh man, and it literally went like this. If you had a graph, it went like this, and then just took a nosedive on episode 3. Boom. And it was like, what am I watching? So I'm not going to spoil anything. We're not going to try to spoil for those of you that are kind of still not invested, we'll call it. But for me, I'm not looking forward to the 4th episode. I don't even know how they're going to redeem themselves, but that's just me. So, Crapolite. So, what do you mean by Crapolite, Glenn?
I can't say the actual word because I'll start bleeding from the ears, so I had to put the Crapolite.
Crapolite.
Do you like the Crapolite or not?
So basically, it felt like The Crying Game, where you're like, what in the world am I watching? And it went south really fast on 3rd episode for me. It went really bad. I was like, what am I watching? You know, and it was bad. It was just plain bad.
Okay, do you feel that the 4th episode, you're not curious to find out what's going to happen?
You know what? Truth be told, I am not like Glenn, where I'm, earplugs and I'm not watching it. I'm going to sucker my way through the whole thing, but I don't think it's going to be good. How many episodes is it normally? I think 8 normally for the Star Wars stuff, 8 episodes.
But remember, they spent $180 million.
More than Obi-Wan.
Which also wasn't that great.
No, but like if you were to give it a budget, I don't know what the Mandalorian budget was, but that's way better.
You didn't like Obi-Wan?
No, not that much.
No, Angel, please do not tell me you like that too.
Well, Angel, I think you and Glenn's relationship is.
I had no idea.
Tiny bit.
I had no idea. This is the last time we're seeing Angel. I never thought that'd be the day.
I mean, it's good to get this kind of backstory on without having to read the books, without having to go through the.
Oh, this ain't part of the books. The books is a totally different story. This
right,
is not
that's what I'm
even
saying.
the same.
I mean, if I were to read the book, right? If I were to read the book, if I were to
go
through that rabbit hole, then I know what I'm expecting. See, without
That's
being
exactly
that type of fan, I'm not expecting so much from Disney. All I expect them is to raise the prices
But,
of the
but you hear what you're
membership.
saying, Angel? You hear what you're saying? They spent $4 billion for this. And you're like, yeah, I'm not expecting much from Disney. What the frig? We should. There was a time when Disney, back in like the 80s and 90s, was good stuff. They were making good stuff. They bought Disney up like, you know what? This is good. They'll make more Star Wars. George Lucas didn't make that many. They're promising like every year they would do a Star Wars story one year, followed by a major movie. Then they would alternate. I'm like, this is gonna be great. I would love this. After Rogue One, which it's been garbage, absolute propaganda garbage.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what I think at this point, where after seeing Acolyte and being a lot disappointed, you know what's really keep me hanging on is that we know they can do a good Star Wars story like The Mandalorian. We know it's possible to have good stories and good everything related to Star Wars when you watch The Mandalorian. But when you see the Acolyte and then you see you see The Mandalorian first and then Acolyte, you're like, what are they thinking over there? Are people sleeping during meetings?
That's exactly what I say. You got to take the good with the bad. Mandalorian was good. Now you got to have the bad. You got to have it for those people that don't, know, that want that crappy show. I'll take a crappy show. And when it comes to the money, Glenn, when it comes to the money, you got to realize, I'm in Florida. Disney is charging about $200 plus just to get into a park.
Right. They're making the money back off the backs of people. Let me say something here real quick. So I have not watched it, but I have watched other YouTubers talking about
the reactions.
Now, according to the George Lucas Star Wars, and this is what gets me more than anything, Anakin or Luke, however you want to take it, were the chosen ones. Those were the two. Anakin was made presumably by Darth Sidious using the midichlorians to make him being born. Now in this series, just go twins, lesbian twins. Here we go, bam! I made the midichlorians to make lesbian twins 100 years before Anakin. That they're constantly taking the lore, and that's what gets me pissed off. Because when something is set in the lore, and then you do a time travel or a previous episode, and you take that lore and twist it and ruin what was put there, that's what gets my twisted, if you will. I just don't like taking something that we've taken as, okay, Anakin was supposed to be this big thing, Vader was supposed to be this big thing, Luke was supposed to be the big thing, even Leia. Leia was, to a degree, just as much of a story as everyone else. And they're twisting and taking the story in directions that are just like, why? Because you know why? They can't make anything on their own. If they want to do something along those lines, I said it before, make it an independent story. Don't tie it in anywhere into this universe.
Follow the rule book.
That's what gets me twisted. And I cannot simply say, well, Glenn, it's take it for what it is, take the good with the bad. Not when it's that bad. Not when you're taking the fans. For 45 to 50 years, the fans who've kept this property alive, we've done that. To get kicked in the teeth with this kind of garbage, I don't take kindly to it. I can't. It's not right. And it's not. It's not. Really quick, my little rant. We got a super chat. This is from Mike Sarma. Do you remember the Mando episode with Jack Black and Lizzo and Christopher freaking King Lloyd? Let's be clear. They wanted to sell these toys. And they're not selling any toys, as a matter of fact. That was like the worst episode of Mando. I mean,
I agree with that.
That was a low.
I agree with that.
And all these Star Wars toys from 7, 8, and 9, which I completely disowned anyway, those toys didn't sell at all. They didn't sell. Just like Star Trek, the Star Trek with the the new ones with the who directed those new Star Trek films? Bad Robot, the director. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. No one bought that stuff either. So you're missing out on those money, and you know what they're doing? Angel just told you, $200 a ticket to get into Disney. They're making it up on your back for the money that they're trying to, again, brainwash our kids and get money out of your pocket besides. Thank you, Mike, for the super chat, by the way.
News that I got from these other guys, apparently the stock of Disney dipped under $100.
Good.
Yeah. No, like it's getting people worried, apparently. I don't buy stock, but hey. I don't know if that means, I don't know what it peaked out at one point or whatever.
And
but if
really
you own,
quick, Angel,
Disney stock, you may worry.
Yeah.
and not only that, will you watch the Crapolite? 81% said no. 18% said yes. So, Angel, you do have some fellow people out there that are saving you, but man, I'm disappointed.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
I mean-
watch it just curiosity. But go
Yeah,
ahead, Angel.
so am
Sorry.
I. I'm gonna watch it just to watch. It's something in my subscription. I gotta see something. You know, I go on Disney and like we were talking earlier, I'm waiting for She-Hulk, and I think She-Hulk. I
Oh my
think She-Hulk one. I think She-Hulk one was pretty good.
The show's
can't
over.
even.
That's it.
Did you actually watch the first season of She-Hulk?
Yeah, and my favorite episode was the fight between him and the Hulk.
Oh my
When she had
God.
to fight with the Hulk, I think that was great.
Oh my God. Jesus. Jesus.
I didn't mind She-Hulk that much. So I didn't love it, but I didn't mind it for what
God.
it was.
You gotta take the good with the bad. I mean,
I like that actress in Orphan Black, or is that what it was called? Orphan Black, when that actress was in that show. You guys ever watch that? Watch that show. It'll blow your
I'm
mind.
sorry. I'm still blacked out in the She-Hulk. What did you say?
Okay, pull it back and focus.
I'm trying.
The actress that played She-Hulk, watched the series before she became She-Hulk. Was called Orphan Black. It is really, really good. That's why she probably got that job. This girl has the ability to play different characters, like 12 of them, and they're distinct. Each one distinct. It's really good. Compared to, I preferred that over She-Hulk, Orphan Black. Check it out. It's pretty cool.
but that's what Disney does. Disney tends to hire. They tend to hire what's in now. If you're popping and doing good on other things, then they grab you and they put you in there. They make you part of the Star Wars. They make you part of the Marvel. You know, I'll admit the Lizzo episode with Lizzo and Jack Black, that was a stupid episode of
That
Mandalorian.
was
I agree with that.
horrible.
I don't
I
even know
agree
why
with
that
that.
it was even
I agree
there.
with that.
Terrible.
You know, I can't go from watching Mario and seeing him in Bowser and then all of a sudden he's in Mandalorian. You know what I'm saying? That was a little too much for me. But you know, you got to take the good with the bad. I know it's hard, but
Well, there's a couple of our guests that told Glenn to filter out our future guests. You know, so I don't know if we should do
I
that.
didn't
or not.
properly screen. I didn't think I had a screen Angel. I didn't think I needed to screen him.
Hey, there was a
had his
ramp
in
at the
with Glenn
door.
already, so
there was a ramp at the door. I just came up. If there would have been stairs, I wouldn't be here. You know, it would have been a different show.
but this is you know what's funny is that crap triggers at least Glenn to a very extent, but at the end of the day, if you watch it, if you guys in the chat don't get triggered by episode 3, I don't know what will. For me, it was off the deep end. I was like, "What am I watching?" And then I shut it off after, and I was like, "But yeah, Andy's game room agrees. Orphan Black, check it out. You will have an appreciation for that actress. Awesome stuff." So Paul's like, "Angel wasn't dead."
And before I get canceled, culture canceled. Before people
Angel's
start
worried he's
canceling
gonna
me
get
out,
canceled. You're not going to get canceled, Angel.
before I get canceled, you got to understand. I'm watching these shows while I'm still working, so it's like it doesn't have my full attention for me to sit there and analyze every little thing. So whatever part that catches my eye and my attention, that's the part I like. I'm not sitting here saying it's
the
a great show.
commercials. Okay, you watch the
Well,
commercials. Gotcha.
No, I pay full price for that account. But it's something, you know, it's something to have on the TV. Nowadays, I'm not,
That's-
you know, nowadays
That's
at my
like
age,
saying you have a camera and or you're hearing a murder going on next door, and you're just gonna let the murder go. Just gonna
Yeah, of
listen
course,
because hey, I'm
if it
working
ain't none of
over
my
here.
business,
You know,
A murder.
and actually,
if it ain't
actually,
none
you know
of
what?
my
Let's
business,
do this. You know, I'm gonna do this here. So I'm gonna turn this one off here. Let's see. Turn this one off here and go to here. I have this new cameras I set up. So while I'm working on my trackball, I'm hearing someone get murdered. I'm just gonna let it go because hey, I'm busy. I'm working. I'm doing something over here. Let the murder go. Angel,
Hey,
that's not an answer. That's not a proper answer.
if it ain't none of your business, don't bother. They say the nosy people are the ones that get killed first. That's the one that gets involved.
Just
I'm
like the
sorry to
extras
say.
on Star Trek. Oh, there's one that's going to get killed any minute now.
Hey,
So, but somebody in the chat was mentioning that there is a new series of Orphan Black coming out, and I think it's the girl from Jessica Jones. I forget her name, the actress that plays Jessica Jones. So, yeah.
Yeah.
The force is female. Well,
Okay.
it's not.
Well, we need.
Nobody
I
likes.
think Adam's got it. We got to watch Spaceballs now, Angel.
Yes.
We got to put Spaceballs on. That's the only thing that's
I
going to
love
save us.
that
Some Dark
movie.
Helmet. Dark
I
Helmet.
know. I love that. I love that movie. I've seen that movie. That movie's great.
Jabba
mean-
Pizza the Hut, and what was the
Mog. He's a Mog.
Mog? Where is John Candy? You know, it's But I think this could lead into something a little bit more positive here, other than the whole train wreck of Star Wars. Is we're going to talk to our guests like we talk to every other guest about their childhood, playing games, watching movies. So Glenn knows the drill. Ask our guest, your Star Wars buddy here. Ask your Star Wars buddy here.
I am so bored and flabbergasted.
So ask your Star Wars buddy here what kind of shows he liked in his childhood. That'll calm you down.
He probably liked The View. Probably liked The View. He probably liked Oprah. That's what I'm thinking now. It was on in the background, Glenn. It's okay to watch, these shows. I'm doing something, and it's in the background.
Oh, back then I had full attention to my TV.
Glenn's got to get his meds. Go get your meds, and then we'll, but we'll ask, okay, so
yes.
What we asked our guests, and since Glenn is too busy laughing, it is funny though, you have to admit. But now, as a young
wait, Wagner's saving us right here. What did he say? Look what Wagner put here. He watched one episode of The Acolyte. Doesn't get any better because the first one sucked. No, they didn't. They all sucked.
It's going big time, Wagner.
I won't answer. I want to get to my car safe.
Yeah, he's gonna get mugged on his way to his car.
Exactly. Somebody gonna take my wheels off and just walk away.
They're gonna come at you, Star Wars lover.
No, actually, let's do something a little bit there. Let's switch gears. I know what you used to ask you, but this Sunday, first of all, is Father's Day. So, first of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and to all the mothers who have to be fathers. Same thing with guys. People always wish me happy Mother's Day because I had to do both roles. Yeah. So, happy Father's Day to all the mothers as well as all the fathers this Sunday. So, Angel, what is your plan? Your dad. What's going on Sunday other than watching the Acolyte? What are you going to watch? What are you going to do?
I'm going to tell you a story, a little backstory. My birthday was March 31st. I had to share it with Jesus Christ. It was Easter. This Sunday is Father's Day. I have to share it with my grandson. It's his birthday. So I'll be doing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in good company both ways, so that's good.
Yep.
Cool.
I'll be doing that.
He's reading the chat. That's why he's laughing. He's not laughing.
When the Star Wars Holiday Special is better than something, holy shit, it's got to be bad.
Glenn.
Hey, you know what? I took forever to download that one, and I did watch it. That Christmas special one, I downloaded and watched that too.
I saw that live. I watched that in 1978, and even as a kid, I was like, "This sucks. This is horrible." But the kid.
No, so we got to warn our guests. So this has happened a few times. Glenn will just start laughing randomly. The guest stops talking, thinking they're laughing at them. So, Angel, we're just telling you. Glenn just laughs at the chat.
At the chat.
He's not laughing at you.
No. I'm watching them. I'm watching them.
Yeah. And
I'm watching those
but I've seen a few guests that kind of get deer in headlights look on their face, and then Glenn's laughing his ass off at somebody.
I just told you my mother died. Why are you laughing? I'm not laughing at you. You're laughing at the chat.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like, it's pretty funny. It's kind of like, oh man, he's laughing at our guest, but I know he's not, but the guest doesn't know that. So some guests have the chat open and some don't.
Yeah, I'm watching the chat. I'm watching it.
Lucky for Angel, he's watching the chat and he knows what's
going on. A real question for Angels from Stephen M. Not a derail the conversation. That's quite okay. I'm totally taking this conversation in a bad way. But here's a question for Angel. Do you create those arcade light boxes with custom artwork you provide or provided to you?
The idea comes from the customer. The design comes from my buddy, Mr. Profit. He's been my right-hand man since day one. He does most of the designs. Once I throw the idea at him, we take it from there. I mean, if it's something that we need to create from scratch, we just need a concept, an idea of what they want. But yeah, as long as it can be made, we make it.
Cool.
For sure.
Cool.
And the stuff always looks great. That's the thing. I mean, I can't think of anything I ever got from Angel, and he sent me a lot of things here, and he's always done a fabulous job. He takes great care not only in making it, but in the shipping as well. He packs the stuff super well. I honestly don't think I've heard of anyone say anything bad about something you made, Angel, which is a testament to you.
Other than tonight.
Don't make anything on the Crapperlite. No Crapperlite artwork. Okay, just don't do that.
I hear you.
Steven, there's another super chat. If you want to read that, bud.
All right, so it's from Mike Sarna. Okay, so here's the real reason why Deadpool and Wolverine is trending to go 200 million opening weekend, basically. They're making a film for fans. Star Wars is only making content at this point. Fair.
No, I think
you know what? I have to agree with that.
I agree with that.
And in the end, it's true, because if you watch all the Deadpools, there's not any wokeness in there. There's, people are getting shot in the ass with a gun, that kind of thing. So they're not catering to anybody, really.
But with that comment said, remember, we're paying for tickets to go see Wolverine and Deadpool. The Acolyte is on your subscription, and you're probably paying monthly anyway. So you're gonna.
That's why you cancel your damn subscription. That's a reason to cancel your subscription.
Have you canceled yours yet, Glenn?
I never had it. Never had it.
You never had Disney at all?
Nope.
Oh, there you go. You're the better man than all of us here.
I'll reserve my comments to not incriminate myself.
By not giving them a dime makes them go, holy shit, maybe we're doing something wrong. Why is no one buying our service? Stop paying them, and that would change their thing.
The best advice that I think Glenn and I usually dish out on our show is speak with your money. Simple as that. Speak with your money and they'll listen. That's all these corporations listen to, so speak with your money. If you don't like it, don't pay for it. If you like it, then pay for it, So I think that's the thing for success in the end, right?
I can't cancel. I gotta watch She-Hulk.
I gotta watch She-Hulk.
God almighty.
He's just putting salt in that wound, huh?
I gotta watch She-Hulk.
You could tell he's your brother, because only a brother would do that.
Yep.
A friendly beating. You know what I mean?
Yep. He's getting the noogie, and he's got it in there. He's getting the noogie in. And he's like, he's doing it right in there. Yep.
But that's the thing with this stuff, right? We're getting what we can get, and in the end, I just hope. I'm hopeful that Star Wars will get better one day, but I'm not holding my breath anymore, to be honest. So it is what it is, I suppose. So hey, why don't we ask Angel about what kind of shows and movies he liked as a kid? So
what do you like? Obviously, we know he likes the Acolyte and She-Hulk. So what else do you like,
skip
Steven?
the Star Wars. So as a kid, Angel, what did you watch either on television, movies? What were your favorites, the memorable ones?
I know. Steel Magnolias. Steel Magnolias.
No. I gotta say, I honestly grew up at the time where TV was TV. TV was good TV. Like Different Strokes, Facts of Life, educational. PBS. Right now, my biggest gripe is there's no TV on like PBS back in the day. There's a great documentary on Hulu about Reading Rainbow. You gotta watch. I mean, shows like that, kids are not getting that. Kids are getting crappy TV cartoon shows.
Getting the Acolyte.
Well, thank God I don't let my grandson watch that. But they're getting stuff that just isn't educational anymore. And I grew up with stuff like that. Cartoon wise, I was He-Man, She-Ra, Mask, Thundercats, Silverhawk. All those great 80s cartoons were the best back then. I mean,
it really was. 80s and maybe to like 94. 80s like 94 was good. And then it just went down.
And my first system was an Atari 2600. I mean, that's, to me, to this day, is the best setup right now. Atari with Berserk, it was like the game I had to play every day.
That's debatable, but I agree with you.
Well, there's a ROM hack for Berserk, with speech. But I do think the 2600 Berserk was pretty playable. I enjoyed playing it on the 2600. It was good.
What about movies? You haven't mentioned any movies, Angels.
Movie-wise, I'm very eclectic when it comes to that. I'll see a Marvel movie. I think I've seen I've seen Endgames and Avengers like 10 million times a day.
I'm talking about in the 80s here, not this new crap there.
80 wise, oh, Back to the Future we're looking at.
Okay.
What else? We got Teen Wolf. Were my 80s.
Yeah.
I loved all the teen movies back then, like St. Elmo's Fire. Breakfast Club was my favorite movie as a teenager. Pretty in Pink. I mean, I'm a mushy guy. I like stuff like that. Like 16 Candles.
That was great. Love 16 Candles.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. The best thing right now is I'm watching Ghostbusters with my grandson, and he loves it. Like the old ones with Slimer and the four guys. I mean, he loves it. The Afterlife one before Reiner gave it up to somebody else, because I think the last one was a little bit trash. Was a tearjerker to see Ramis, the
Harold Ramis.
Ramis, seeing him in the as a ghost.
That was really good.
A tearjerker right there. I mean, that was a great tribute to him. I love that one. But those are my movies. I mean, I still go back and see those classics when I want to have like an 80s day or an 80s weekend, you know?
Just to watch those. Is every time we ask that question, we got the heavy hitters, but then you've got the favorites where in Angel's case, it's like the 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, the John Hughes movies pretty much. Yeah. And we ask another guest the same question, and then they go into the cheap horror movies or whatever. You know, everybody has their own little 80s niche of movies in a sense. You know what I mean?
Well, if you guys haven't seen this is one I talked about before, and I got my brother to watch it. He really liked it. It was Colossus, the Foreman Project. And again, with AI, I know it's from 1970, but it is a great film that was done in 1970. I highly recommend Colossus, the Foreman Project, and also Demon Seed. This is what happens when AI gets a hold of something. You got to watch those 2 episodes. Demon Seed was 1977, same year as Star Wars. And I have to disagree with Pliskin on this one. Escape from New York? L.A. L.A. is so bad. It's almost like watching the crapper thing I said before. Crapalonian, whatever.
Let me ask the panel and the audience. And I'm going to mention 3 movies that I also liked, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I like the first Mario. Okay. The
Which
He-Man
one with John Leguizamo and the other guy?
Yeah, I like the He-Man with Dolph Lundgren. Okay. I like that one, and there was another one, He-Man, Mortal Kombat 1.
Fighter.
Well,
Mortal Kombat 1 is excellent.
She and I'm gonna tell you why. And Street Fighter is also in that list. And I'm gonna tell you why. These movies are what we had available at the time.
Yep.
They were the only video game movies, really.
Right, and we can't sit there and expect future technology to fix past movies, because that's all we had. To see Mortal Kombat, to see Scorpions, Sub-Zero, Reptile, even Reptile.
That was awesome. That scene was fantastic.
Exactly. Those are scenes. Those are movies that I will never regret liking, because those is what I had at the time.
Mortal Kombat 2, you can feel bad about it. Yeah, that one.
Mortal Kombat, we could shit on that one. Excuse my language, but yeah. We could poop on that one.
It's a family show. No, it's not really a family show.
but Mario, even with John Leguizamo, I know it's a little corny to a lot of people, and I know a lot of people. There you go, Glenn pulling his teeth. But it's what we had. We had them Goombas. We had the mushrooms. We had them telling us, "Hey, this is what it was back then." If we were to compare that to Mario now, the 3D rendered cartoon one, of course it don't connect. It don't compete.
So the other guy, his name is Bob Hoskins from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Right. So, and that was a good movie too.
Who Framed Roger? I'm going to ask you, what do you think of Big Trouble in Little China? What do you think of that movie? That's the original Mortal Kombat, if you really think about it. Oh, really?
All right, we got a winner there. Way to go, Angel. I like that. Good answer.
You really think about it. That's the original rating. That was the original. And
Big Trouble,
and those guys,
one of my favorites.
Those guys those movies were good to me, because those actors were my 5 o'clock kung fu movies on Saturday. Okay?
Yeah.
So you got to remember those kung fu movies on Saturday was stuff we were trying around the neighborhood or to
Yeah.
our best friends. You know,
I
Those are
gotta
things
say,
we-
Just
Hobby
stand
Hands,
still.
Hobby
It'll be
Hands
safe.
said The Wraith. You haven't seen The Wraith? You got to watch The
Yes.
Wraith too.
yes,
Good movie.
Crawl.
the race was a good one too.
I know. I watched Crow recently. It really was
Yeah, it's
friggin' bad. It was bad.
It's not a good one
It's
for
bad.
sure. I throw them in there because there's sometimes people go, man, I loved it, and then you're like, whoa.
Well, it's those rose-colored glasses. I'm like, I used to like Crawl. I used to watch it HBO. Yeah, I watch it all the time. Let's put it on. I put it on.
Yeah,
and go,
yeah.
what the frig, man? This
What
is
was I
horrible.
thinking?
It's
Yeah.
horrible.
Right, like Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Remember that one?
Oh,
Grabbed by the
Ghoulies.
Ghoulies that coming out of the toilet or whatever on the cover of the box art or whatever. It's like
Gremlin.
bang, batteries not included. Remember
Batteries
that one?
not included. That's another one.
I like that one. That wasn't bad, to be honest with you. I've seen worse.
that was
to be
good.
honest.
It was a cutesy film. It was a cutesy
Die
film.
Hard, of course. Die Hard was
Oh.
good. I think
never
all of them were pretty
seen-
good.
I've heard of it. I've never seen Terrorvision. You guys seen Terrorvision?
I have a long time ago, but
No, I didn't. see that.
this is when you start watching Grabbed by the Ghoulies and TerrorVision and all that stuff. It's when you go to the video store in your little town, and then you've watched pretty much everything, and then you're at the back, and you're going, "Well, I haven't seen that. Cover art looks pretty good." And then you get home, you're like, "Wow, my $5 is wasted," or whatever.
Go back a little bit, Glenn, on one of the Killer Clown.
Yeah, from outer space.
Right. My grandson forced me to put that on for him. Okay, and he's only 4, and he loves that movie. He loves that
Which
movie.
shows you how we were scared as kids, and kids today are like, that's nothing.
Yeah, he loves that movie, Killer Clown. It's a great one. Those are good ones. I
Okay,
don't think
watched
anybody
one-
understands. I don't
was
think
that
anybody
movie?
understands. I'm only 52.
Yeah, you're a baby.
Yeah, I'm 52, so I
That
got
was what was it called? What was it called? It was the Munchies.
95.
The Munchies. My friend,
Oh, I heard about that. That's when
my friend goes,
Gremlins
I
came
want to
out.
see this movie. It's called The Munchies. I'm like, all right, go see it. It was horrible. I'm
that's
sitting in
one
this
of those-
theater wanting to blow my brains out. It was so bad. It was
That was
basically
almost like Toxic Avenger.
Gremlins.
You know?
No,
Yeah.
no. Toxic Avenger was like an Oscar winner compared to The Munchies. That was
That one was good, too.
that was bad. That was bad.
The Blob, the Black Hole.
Black
that was the
Hole.
Disney
I
movie.
love that.
was a-
See, wait, stop. That's a Disney film, and that was a great. The ending was a little but the movie itself was really good. The special effects were good. The robots were good. The visual effects were good. The story,
Right.
95% was good. Disney can do it. They can make
yeah.
a good movie.
Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah.
Flight of the Navigator. You got to enjoy that one. That one was good. There
The
was
Flight of
this,
Navigator was
also,
pretty cool, yeah.
there was another one, Starfighter, I think it was, where the
The
guy
last
gets
Starfighter.
Classic.
the last Starfighter.
I can't believe they
That
never
one-
made a sequel. They should have made a sequel to that. That was a really good film. I would have liked to see
Ended
if
the
they-
whole thing on a cliffhanger, that damn movie.
Yeah. And if they do, they'll probably remake it, which is stupid.
They
I heard
talked
rumors
about
that there was going to be a sequel or something. Yeah.
it, or a
you know,
reboot or something, but something like so many other things never happened.
Now, Jacob's Ladder, Rich Waldo said that, you know, you
That was
guys remember Jacob's
freaky.
Ladder? It's like a dream state type
Yes.
movie with.
Yes.
It wasn't a dream state, but it was basically. It's been so long, I'm not gonna spoil it. The guy was dead, and it was just flashing through his life, and he was dead. That was the whole point of the picture, and it was a downer.
No,
Help me
found
figure
it.
this one out. Help me figure this one out. There was a movie, I think, I would like to say Dennis Quaid. And at the end, he fights in a dream where the villain is from
Dreamscape.
Dreamscape. That's it.
I was going to say
Dreamscape.
Enemy Mine, but that's a different movie.
Dreamscape.
Enemy Mine was a good one too.
Enemy
was
Mine,
good.
I actually liked as a kid. When
I
these-
still like it.
the-
And Lou Gossett
I
passed
thought-
away this year, I think. Right? He passed away, I think, this
Oh
year.
wow!
Louis
who
Gossett.
did?
Louis Gossett Jr.
Lou
Louis
Gossett.
Gossett Jr. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's I don't know. It's one of those movies like Enemy Mine or whatever. Those were the ones that they don't come to your local theater, because I grew up in a small town and not every movie went there. But when the video store showed you a lot more, then you'd end up going in there, and then you're like, oh, that's really cool. That didn't never came here. Let's go watch it. You know, then you had to rewind the cassette after you were done and bring it back, and behind rewind. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
On the tape itself, it was like, what does this even mean? Nobody, I guess, would rewind the tapes or whatever. But the
I mean,
Manhattan Project,
yeah, Manhattan
remember that?
Project. That was good. I still got to see Oppenheimer. I haven't watched Oppenheimer yet. I've heard.
I tried.
You know what? It's okay. Did you watch some of it, Angel? Or
I watched some of it. I mean, it was interesting. My
It's a
my
long
other
movie.
grandson, and yeah, my other grandson, he loves it. He lives by it. That's how good he likes it. And he's only 14, but I tried only because he said you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. And it just drags a little bit. It's a good movie. It's educational, but it just drags a little.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I found it okay, but it's too long and dragged out. It's too long. They should have edited that sucker down to an hour and a half, and it would have been fine.
It's
They
like
had to
3
tell
hours.
every
Right?
little
Is it 3
story.
hours or 2.5
They had to
hours?
tell
Something like that?
Einstein's little story. They had to tell this other guy's little story, and then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, just get to the point, and and then it went into this weird psychedelic atomic bomb thing on the screen, and I was like, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's
Animal House is going. The audience is gonna make me want to watch this video again just to write down a list of all of these.
oh
'Cause
yeah,
I want to make sure I have them.
Well,
our
I can use
community,
the
our
views,
gang
Angel. So
is
watch it
awesome.
again. I can use the views.
I would definitely. Flash Gordon was a good one too. I think it was pretty good.
I think that our community, that's what they're really good at, is going, hey, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? Yeah, you know what? I watched about a year ago Spies Like Us. I forgot how good that movie was.
Yes.
I forgot how good it was when I watched it. It was okay. It was okay.
You know what? It was good dumb humor is what it was.
I would take Stripes over that any day.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's the same humor. It's the same Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase and Bill Murray and all that. It's that same whole thing, right? So it's interesting to say the least. So
Yeah, I mean it's just that's nostalgia. Back then, movies were fun. They were entertaining. Nowadays, it's just whatever.
It's the message. Movies today are about the message, and that's why I don't watch anything. I actually sat down to myself like, I don't need a streaming service. There's nothing on TV that I want to watch. There's nothing in films I want to go see at all. Nothing. I look at the old stuff.
Like I talked about earlier, is getting to the video store and discovering and taking a risk on a movie that's in the box on the shelf. Nowadays, you can stream it literally within seconds and then ditch it right away. And then when you back in the day, you spent your hard-earned $5 cutting a lawn somewhere, and you're renting this movie, and you're like, I'm watching this whole 2 hours, damn it, and I'm not losing my money. That's what it was.
My TV is the only TV in my area, my little corner of the house, that doesn't have a cable box. It has a Fire Stick, and everything I watch is running off my PC that I've accessed, with a Fire Stick, and just whenever I want to watch something that I want to watch, I watch it on demand, my demand, to be honest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
that's the way it should be, really.
TV right now, you can't.
Does your wife watch stuff with you, or she watch your own stuff and you watch your own stuff?
We have different tastes, but there are certain shows that we do share together, and there's times that she'll either a lot of the Star shows, a lot of the Max shows, like a lot of the 50 Cent stuff, like all the action and drama stuff. But we have a tendency that I can't watch it unless she's seen it, or she can't see it unless I've seen it, because somebody's gonna spoil it for somebody. And we'll spend the night saying, "Did you watch that episode?" "Oh no, not yet." "Don't tell me about it." Okay. So then, if I'm watching it in the room and she hasn't watched it, she has to either leave the room or tell me to put my headphones on, because it's just something like that we can't do. Fallout was a good one too.
Fallout was great.
Was a good show.
Fallout was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I have to say one thing. My son, I just lied to you guys a few minutes ago. My son got me into 911. It's about
that's a great show.
I'm going to say something. I'm a science fiction guy. I'm in season 6, episode 7 right now. I have not seen one bad episode. Every single episode of 911, not Emergency 911, it's just called 9-1-1.
911, yeah.
I have not
Yeah,
seen
Angela
one
Bassett.
episode. Yes, there has not been
Oh,
one
what's
bad
that?
episode. The story's been fantastic. The cast is fantastic. The stories. I can't recommend this show highly enough. I'm putting my reputation on it right now. This is a friggin' fantastic show written
It is.
today.
It's a good show.
Written today. Unbelievable.
So
Highly
what kind of
recommended.
show is it? What is it? Science fiction? I don't know anything about it.
No, it's
No, it's
about 911.
drama.
Someone, a car fell on my husband. Okay, and it's out the ambulance, the fire truck, and it's about the firefighters. It's about the emergency ambulance people. It's about the 911 operators.
First
About the police.
responders, basically.
This show, Steve, I'm telling you, I have not seen a single episode that was not fantastic. Every single one.
Okay, where's
great.
it streaming? We'll watch it with my wife.
It was on Fox.
on
I think it's
Hulu.
on Hulu. Yes, you can watch
You
it.
can
on
see it
Hulu.
on
We don't have
Hulu.
Hulu in Canada, so I'll have to ask my
You can
buddy
watch
in
it
the
on
dark
Hulu.
alleyway to provide me
And-
the episodes.
And I'm just saying, I'm a guy who watches science fiction shows and stuff. This show is phenomenal. I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's been times where I was crying because some stuff happened. This stuff really gets to you. And that just shows you people can write. People can make a story.
Yeah.
People can engage the audience. And this
Yeah,
show is
for
a
sure.
prime example. It's fantastic.
I'm not ashamed to say it, but I love Grey's Anatomy when it was at its prime.
Okay,
Grey's
Anatomy
show's
back
over
in-
now. Show's
Back
over.
in
No.
20 years ago.
Yeah, back in the beginning when the show was
Yeah, I
good.
have.
I mean, right now it's a little weird, but it's Grey's Anatomy. It
That's
gives
my
you a
wife's
little more
favorite
hope.
show is Grey's Anatomy.
It
I
gives you
can't
hope in the
stand it.
beginning.
So I make fun of her all the time. I go by the TV and I'm like, "Hey, somebody died today? Haha! I bet you did. Haha!" And then walk away. Somebody get hurt today? Get their arm cut off? Haha!
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then walk away. I'm gonna spoil it for you. Somebody got killed, huh? And then every episode somebody dies. Like it's so predictable.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I bet you
Yeah.
that doctor slept with that doctor, right? Haha!
Yeah.
I'm right.
Always.
That's pretty much what it
Always.
is.
And
That
then she's
is-
like, "Get out of here!" so she
I thought
just,
Grey's
yeah.
Anatomy was about aliens.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
It's about the Borg dissecting people. That's what it's all about. So,
That was a good show too back in the days. V. You guys remember V? Is it?
oh
is it
yeah,
V?
the
I got
final
it,
battle.
Yeah.
V was good, and the 2009 remake I did not see in 2009. My brother and I watched it this year, and it wasn't bad. Of course, it just ended like the original, on a cliffhanger. It just kind of just ended. And that's what I hate.
Your
I hate
budget
when that
ran out.
happens. No, it didn't have enough. It was at a bad time slot on a bad night, and there wasn't enough people watching it, so they canceled it. And I hate that because I
Oh.
want to know what happened.
Somebody at Dukes of Hazzard. I got a funny story. I know we're going over 9 o'clock, but anyways, a friend of mine, he started watching the entire series of Dukes of Hazzard from season 1. I think it's up to 7 or something like that.
Right.
And he was describing it to me because I didn't watch the whole thing, and he was like, "Dude, when it's at season 6, there, it's like pulling teeth." And then they brought in the cousins or whatever later on.
Yeah.
He's like,
You know
"Dude, it
why?
fell
You know
off
why?
the deep end." Yeah, because the other guys got screwed out of their money or
They
contract.
wanted more money, and they said, "Nope, it's about the car. You guys don't matter." And they got rid of them, and they said, "No, it's not about the car. It's about the guys. You need them back."
Yeah, exactly. And they brought him back that final season, and apparently you could tell on screen that these people did not want to be there. They were there for the paycheck, but that's it. Like they would just.
That's like the two guys from Chips.
Oh
That's
yeah,
back in the day. This was pretty good.
Chips. I
No,
should watch that again. I
No,
enjoyed that.
don't. I went through it myself. I haven't seen it's on Amazon Prime. Oh, Chips! I put it on. Wanted to blow my brains out. I don't know what I liked about
The
the
theme
show, but
song
it
was
was
good.
bad. It
The theme
was.
song
Oh,
was
that
good,
now.
It was.
but maybe not the show.
It just
Okay, so let's go more modern. What do you think about the boys?
Love it.
Oh, okay, so season 4 just came out. My son and I have to finish
Day or two
watching
ago.
911. We're almost done with catching up, and then we'll get back into the boys. So I love the boys. I do, and I also like Invincible. Those are the two
Yeah,
shows I
so
do like.
good.
So I guess
Yeah.
I really lied before saying I don't watch new stuff. That's not. I lied. I guess I do watch those.
Did you like the spin-off of the boys when they did the kids?
That was
Not bad.
amazing. I
Not bad,
think
yeah.
I like that more than the boys. Actually, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I thought the story was more tight, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that girl that shrank really tiny, right?
Yeah, that girl was nuts, man. Not you gotta throw that disclaimer. This is not a kid's show.
No,
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 That is
that's
not a
right. It
kid's.
is not a child.
No.
As
Not
soon
a
as I
kid's show.
mentioned the small girl, Angel chimed in. It's like, yeah, that's not for kids. And you watch
Not
the
a
show, and
kid's
you'll
show.
understand why he just said that.
Not for kids. Don't even watch the show with the kids out of the house. That's how
No.
bad it is.
No.
Yeah,
They gotta
No.
be out
yeah.
of the country. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
crazy it is. That's
But
how
it's a
crazy
good
that
it's
show
a
is.
good adult context show. It's a
Oh,
very
yeah.
good show. But kids, no, they should not be watching that
Definitely.
show. No, not even
Definitely.
Invincible. Either one of those shows. It's too nasty.
Yeah.
Send it back to the He-Man, She-Ra, Thunderhawks.
And that's what they need. They need kids like that. They
Yeah.
need shows like that back for the kids now. I mean, even
Go
You
ahead.
got to
Sorry.
see
sorry.
it. You got to see it, Andy. Gen V is excellent. I really enjoyed it.
Gen V, I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but the main actor, the gentleman, the young guy, recently passed away in real life.
He did.
Oh,
Yes.
sucks.
Yes.
We did
He had a
suck.
motorcycle accident, unfortunately, and I'm hoping that won't affect the show for season 2, but that's a sad. You never know how quick life is.
And that's what I
Life
tell
is
people all
quick.
the time. I tell people that every episode, tomorrow's never promised. Always make sure you let your loved ones, family and friends know. Like Angel, even though you're incredibly wrong about the shit show, but outside of that, I love you, brother, and I would
love
miss you,
you,
and I
man.
don't want anything to happen to you. I want you to be here for a million years. Same with Steven, same with all
Yeah.
you guys out there. You never know. So you can walk out of your
Never know.
house, have a heart attack, walk out of your house, get attacked by a bug bite that kills you.
Yeah,
You don't know.
Stupid. I mean, you never know.
Up
Yeah.
here in Canada, a bear, something like that.
We love you, buddy.
Or a moose in that mating
Do
season.
people get
It's
attacked
pretty
by
aggressive.
moose? Pretty up
Oh, yeah.
there quite a bit.
If you're this is kind of people they laugh about it because moose are vegetarians. They don't eat you. But if you get one a male literally with another male that are trying to impress a female, like in the heat practically, if you're in the way, they will charge you with their big,
Wow.
basically, and they will impale you. It's happened. And
But aren't there things rounded? They can impale you? The things are round, aren't they?
some of them are pointy, and basically they'll charge you. They'll just they think you're a threat to the mating thing, right? So, and there's hunters that you could see they've had like body cams. They crawl their butt up a tree. Thankfully, a moose can't climb a tree like a bear, so they're safe up there. But there's been some injuries. We'll say I don't know if anybody's been killed, but they've been attacked. So, anyways,
I get that. I get that fear when I drive home that a deer is going to jump in front of my car, and I'm like, what would I do? Like, I really wouldn't. I think I just.
you don't have time to react.
Wait a
much.
second.
I
You're
don't.
in Florida. Should you be worried about a crocodile coming out of the water and biting you that way?
That too, man. Even that, bro. Like, I don't know what I would do. I just keep going. I don't think I'd have the decency to get out my chair, get out my car. See if it. Nah, I go home and wait till I figure it out.
Just
I want
hose
to
off
show this
the remains off the hood.
Yeah,
there,
exactly.
We've been talking so much about, he threw me so off with this Acolyte stuff. If you guys, real quick, there's a couple things. Angel does have a fan page or Facebook page here, Angel Otero, Disability Upgrades. You want to go over there and like that. Also, he does have a YouTube channel, so make sure you go over and subscribe and thumbs up on his videos. He's got his own YouTube channel here, Disability, so make sure you hit that as well. You don't have a lot of content. What do you use the YouTube channel for?
I do a lot of stuff on my Instagram too. There's an Instagram out there where I also post a lot of stuff that I'm doing. I'm about to post up 2 marquees that I did for a cabinet. I did one for Joust and I did one for Robotron 20 something. I just did those. Yes, I did some reverse printing for a gentleman that wanted those done, and they came out pretty good. So
cool.
I was able to take some pictures on that.
You go to get some merch. Go to Teesprings. I'll put a link down here. Some good merch. If you want some Angel, support Angel.
The man.
Yeah, absolutely. Put this in the chat as well. He threw me off with that show, The Acolyte. I totally threw out all the stuff we're going to talk about in the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. He totally threw me off with that show. Crazy.
Oh yeah, it's 2084. Thank you, Video Game Vegas.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2049. What the hell's in 2049? I don't know. The end of the world, or
2049. Wasn't that
when
Blade
everybody
Runner?
gets free lollipops all day? I don't know.
Wasn't that Blade Runner 2049?
Yes, that's what it was.
I thought so. I thought
Yeah.
so.
I know these years, at our age, we tend to just mix stuff up and forget, unless we write it down or something. So
Oh, of course. Either that or got a smartphone that reminds you.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Hey Siri,
Angel,
remind me
are you
of,
working any special projects right now? Do you have anything going on that's new that
I
you haven't
I
announced?
have. Let me get something I had. I should have had it with me. I'm doing some bases and some light up acrylics. You can still hear me while I walk, while I
We
go
can.
right away. Yeah. So I'm working on some bases. I'm trying to recycle a lot of extra parts in the shop. I have a lot of extra material and acrylic and stuff like that. I'm working on making newer things. Let me showcase this. I can do a battery operated one or a power plug. I posted this on my Instagram. It's the
Oh, look at
Fallout
that.
logo. It lights up.
That's really
It
cool.
has an LED. So I've done this. Like I said, I made the bases in house. I know I could buy these on Amazon, but I have more fun making these. You know, and plus it
That's
helps
cool.
me use, whatever material. This does light up. It has a plug in the back. You can use a remote with it and everything. I was able to do one of these, and I did a House of the Dead one, which I posted on my Instagram, and I'm about to do one for a guy who's doing a convention for a Hot Wheels collection. So I'm gonna make one of those with a Hot Wheels logo on it for him to put on his
Nice.
table and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
But yeah, other than that, that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing more enclosures on the marquees, because some of these cabs like Ridge Racer and what are these other? They have the enclosure in them, so they need the enclosed marquees. So I'm doing those, and of course, like I'm doing signs and anything I can hang up on the wall. Anything anybody wants me to create, I'll try my best.
Awesome. Awesome stuff.
And still, the
No,
best way to get hold of you is on Facebook or Instagram. That's the best way to get hold of
Facebook
you.
Messenger. I know a lot of people keep beating me up about it. I don't have a website. I just don't feel like having to pay for something that you can just get a hold of me personally. Talk to
I
me
know a
personally.
guy if you're interested.
What, that does a website?
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, but it's a monthly fee. I'd rather keep that money and keep putting more into the business.
Well, maybe
You
he'd
know?
want to do a trade with you or something. I don't
Hey,
know.
whatever he
Angel,
wants to do, don't hit me
look
up.
over your shoulder, away from me, to the other guy on the show. He kind of does that.
Websites. You do websites.
I've been doing it for 20 years.
Oh man, then maybe we could definitely talk, because I just want to put something out there that people can just see what my options are. Not
Well,
that
at least
they
put a portfolio up or something,
Right,
stuff that you have
exactly.
done, so
Yeah.
you can say, "Hey, go look at my website for the work that I have done," and then they may not purchase stuff directly there, but at
Yeah.
least they can get a hold of you easily or something, right? So
Yeah, that's the way I want it, because sometimes people tend to think that if they order, they're gonna get it right away. At least when you talk
well,
to
you
me
do a lot of
directly.
custom stuff, right? So it's
Yeah.
not like it's mass manufacturing; it's
No.
built on
You know what?
demand. in a
You know
sense.
what? I was going to leave this up from Video Game Vegas. I was going to leave this up until he posted this. Now I'm taking it down. He goes, make Glenn an Acolyte calendar. So because of that, Video
Oh,
Game Vegas,
geez.
I'm taking it down. You just screwed yourself, buddy. You just screwed yourself. Goodbye.
I'll make you one for Christmas with all 25 days of everything.
No, do not do that. No.
We'll get an AI centerfold of Kathleen Kennedy in there too, or
There
something.
you go.
Well, listen, everyone.
A full-
Father's Day is Sunday. I want to thank everyone for coming on the show. Angel, a lot of teasing back and forth. I love you to death, man. You're a great
Love
guy.
you too, brother.
I've
was
known
a
you for
pleasure
a
to
number
get
of
to know you.
years. Yeah, I've
So-
known him a number of years. He's a great guy. He's not an evil or bad bone in his body. Sure, there's mistaken bones back of late, but again, people do make mistakes. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping for 2025 I could come visit everybody personally. I want to come see you. I want to go see Steven. Maybe P Dubs, knock on his doors. Definitely Bobby Vu. A lot of the guys have always helped me since day one, and I've appreciated every moment of it for you guys. From you guys.
It's back at
I'm
you.
assuming
You know,
you're talking about the other Steven, because up here you'd need a doggy sled and you turn left at the polar bear. So up here
Definitely.
in Canada.
well, Steven,
But yeah,
anything you want to say before we end the show?
yeah. Thanks for coming out tonight, guys, and don't be an asshole.
There you go. How
That's
about
gonna
you,
be
Angel?
that. You know what? That's
That
gonna be
yours?
my sound off thing. Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an
And then
asshole.
Glenn has his more heartfelt goodbye, greeting, farewell / exit, if you will, and just be kind to everybody. Be kind and rewind.
That's it. Angel, what do you have to say? You have the
I gotta
mic.
say, happy Father's Day for all the fathers and the mothers out there. My mom's a single mom, so she gets that Father's Day also. I want to say, if I never got to say it in the beginning of the year, I'm gonna say it now, and I'll probably say it at the end. Happy birthday! I love you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. You know, all that stuff I never get to do on Facebook to tell everybody. But you know, just like you say, Glenn, say I love you to that person, and always make sure you care.
That's it. And before I sign off, just a reminder that the end of this month, June 28th through the 30th, I will be at the Too Many Games Expo in Philadelphia with James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, RGT85, and some other great guests will be there. So hopefully I'll see some of you
Nice.
guys there. Again, I do want to wish all the dads and the moms who act as dads a happy Father's Day. And last but not least, just a reminder, as Angel and Steven said before, you know, tomorrow's never promised. You know, you could be angry with somebody, but just remember, you don't know what people are going through. Their struggles sometimes going behind the scenes you don't understand. Just take that into consideration. Let someone know you love them, or if they're a guy friend, you can say, "Hey, you're cool." We're not getting punched in the face saying you love them, because that could happen. You never know. But in between those times, guys, listen, spend some time with your family, spend time with your friends, let them know, call them. But in between those times, what are you going to do?
Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Of course, I got to find
Game
out what
on.
my stupid thing is here. Bye, guys.
Good night,
Have a great
everybody.
weekend.
Take it easy, guys.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's.
Are you looking for that arcade experience at home? If you don't have the space for a full-size arcade in your house or endless funds, then you need the GRS Build-A-Case. It's arcade quality without the arcade price, from someone you can trust. The GRS Build-A-Case is a very simple, easy to assemble, 1/6 scale arcade computer you can build yourself. You can buy interchangeable controllers for every gaming option you need to play the games the way they're meant to be played. You can also design your own artwork or purchase artwork separately to make your GRS Build-A-Case look like the machine of your dreams. The GRS Build-A-Case is also the only home system STEM certified. Come see what all the YouTube creators are raving about. GRS Build-A-Case.
Game on.
Sit, Blue, sit. Good dog.